Potential structure fire. 1438 Main Street.
Single story, single family residence. We got a working fire on the front of the place.
911, what's your emergency?
Copy that. We'll be set up for now. Sir, help is on the way. Engine 7 pulling the line, passing command.
Hi, my name is Max with Wellington Fire Protection District. I'm a lieutenant on A shift, and today we're going to talk about bunker gear. Each fire department sets up their firefighters different, but today we're going to talk about Wellington Fire and how we set up our firefighters in the bunker gear they're issued. To our left here, we'll start at the boots. Each firefighter is issued a boot, fire boot. It's got a steel toe, it's made of leather. It's made to withstand abuse and provide good traction for us during emergency scenes. It also helps with the heat for structure fires. The gloves we're issued do the same exact thing. They protect our hands, our bare hands, from the heat we'll endure. They're made of leather as well, and they are very comfortable per se for a fire glove. These are going to be our extrication gloves, not to be confused with structure fire gloves, but you may see us wearing these gloves with this bunker gear. This is going to protect our hands from any kind of glass or fluids that are on a car accident. It keeps us working in the appropriate manners. And then we also have our fire helmet. Our fire helmet is made of a composite material. It's quite lightweight, but it works very similar to a bicycle helmet or a ski helmet, where it has a ratchet strap system in the back and a chin strap. And we'll wear the chin strap over our neck to make sure the helmet stays on. There's a Nomex hood behind it to protect our ears for high heat conditions. And this model actually has eye protection built into the lid, and it folds down like so. There's a couple different types of models out there, visors and or Burke's eye guards that'll flip down. But this is the basics for a fire helmet. What we wear underneath our fire helmet is going to be our hood. Our hood protects our head, our ears, our neck, anything into our shoulders before the jacket itself from heat. It's made of all kinds of materials, but basically this is another protection from our skin during our fire scenarios. And with the hood, we'll utilize the mask. The mask goes with the SCBA system. The SCBA is a self-contained breathing apparatus. It's very similar to a scuba system, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, but this one operates on dry ground. We'll wear the mask in conjunction with a regulator coming from this system to breathe the air from this compressed air cylinder. An example I have sitting on this table, and something I'll show with my firefighter Colin. This is a rescue belt tethered with a bailout system for our firefighters. We can use this system in multiple ways, for rescues to even firefighter bailouts in case of need. Going over our bunker gear, this is what you'll see us mostly wearing on most fire incidents or car accidents. Our gear colors is black and yellow. The reason why it's black and yellow, it contrasts well for visibility in case we're operating on roadways and or in dark scenarios, being at night or inside of a structure fire. The reflective trim reflects well with our flashlights we'll use on our gear and our helmets, and car lights or scene lights from the apparatus. The gear itself is made of two different sections, a liner and a shell. To break that down for you real quick, this is going to be the actual shell. You can see it's pretty bare bones inside, okay? What goes inside of this jacket is going to be this liner. This liner combines with the shell, allows us to endure high heat temperatures inside structure fires, and works very similar to the insulation of your house with drywall and the outside wall, okay? And with the yellow trim you'll see on our pants as well, that reflection just lets other people know that we are there, and or lets us know there's a firefighter there. That is it for the bunker gear that we issue for our firefighters, and next we'll show you what a firefighter looks like in the gear. All right, now I'm gonna have my firefighter Colin here put his gear on, and I'll actually talk through a couple things that I probably did not cover and go over some of the stuff we're gonna carry. So while he's putting his gear on, you notice how we store the gear, the pants over the boots. It's so we can simply don our gear no matter day or night for the type of emergency. While he's putting his gear on, you see he's put his suspenders on, but he has a yellow belt. That yellow belt is actually going to be a type 1 rescue belt or escape belt, and Colin can actually use that for himself or a rescue if need. He'll put his hood on and don his coat here. Something I didn't cover that is on his jacket is going to be a reflective safety vest. And you'll see us actually wear that during highway incidents or any incident that involves traffic. It's just more visible protection for ourselves in day or night. And finally, he's going to put his helmet on. This is what you'll normally see us like unless there's a structure fire or a wildland fire. And this is our normal kit. Following the vest, let me take this vest off for you. Following the vest here, he's going to put on his SCBA. This is actually what we're going to look like when we're going to a structure fire call. We went over that SCBA before, and then a couple firefighters will wear it a little different ways. But essentially, it's a strap just like a backpack with a waist belt that you tighten down. That waist belt is kind of like a hiking backpack. You may see it tighter on other firefighters. It's reducing a lot of that weight on the back. Okay, now you can see Colin has actually donned an SCBA now, and this is why we're actually going to be dressed for any kind of structure fire scenario. On his back, the SCBA I showed you before is strapped on just like a backpack, and as he turns around, you can see the regulator and mask hanging in front. He also has a flashlight on his jacket, and firefighters will sometimes have flashlights on their helmets. Okay, so we can actually see each other at night or other things. While he dons his equipment, you can go ahead and continue. He's actually going to mask up. So this is a term we actually use in the fire service. This is when we enter those areas that are dangerous for us to breathe in. We're actually going to use the cylinder air. When he turns on his cylinder, it's going to make a lot of noise. There's different beeps for different occasions, low batteries to emergency alarms. But essentially, he's going to check his cylinder, make sure it's good to go, and then we'll go interior. So he's going to go over that in a second. This is that strap that I told you about. He's going to make sure that's tight as well so the helmet doesn't fall off. And something we do as firefighters before we go interior on fires is we'll make sure we're good to go. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, we'll make small mistakes, and we got to make sure we're safe before we enter. The actual pack will make a bunch of different noises. It'll beep for many reasons, whether it's low batteries, even in emergency situations. But the beeps mean things for each firefighter. And he's going to check that before he comes on each set. Something you'll see that we're wearing as well is we actually have a gauge that goes to our pack. This tells us how much air we're wearing, and that's the actual alert for in case he stops moving. It'll alert as we have a firefighter down. He'll put his gloves on, he'll be ready to go. When he goes on air, he'll actually be breathing through the regulator, very similar to a scuba system. Scuba is a self-contained underwater breathing system. This is a self-contained breathing system or apparatus. When he installs this, he'll be breathing air through the cylinder. This is what we're going to be wearing and looking like on most structure fire scenarios. We'll make sure we do double checks with our partners to make sure we're safe before entry, and then we'll be communicating through our radios with each other. Colin and I want to thank you for joining us in the gear demonstration from our fire department. In case we need to bail out of a structure or utilize it for a rescue scenario. Colin's going to put his hood on backwards.
I'm going to mask up now?
I'll tell you. Okay. You're going to be all right. I got you. Can't get you to laugh? All right. Okay. Thanks.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.